Hello and welcome back for another cube draft. We open up on this pack. There is not that many cards I'm really interested in. There's Hex Drinker, which I do think is quite good. There's Ancient Grudge, which can be good. There's Tezzeret, which has impressed me, but not a card I want to first pick. Mishra's Workshop, a card I want to make work, but maybe that's a little bit too hard. Otherwise, there's Mind's Desire and Dark Ritual, but to be Storm, you kind of want to wield the Storm cards to know that it's open. I could see just taking a Workshop and kind of going in on that plan. Workshop is a sweet card. It's a Black Lotus on a land. It's just somewhat restrictive. You know what? I'll take the Workshop, I think. Then we get this pack, which doesn't have any artifacts. I mean, there's Fellows, which is an interesting card. There's Hellrider, or there's some of these rituals to maybe go Storm. Colgan's Command is just a good card. Maybe just try and go Storm then? I don't know. There's nothing here. I'll just take a Cabal Ritual. I did also draft a sick mono black Reanimator deck, and Cabal Ritual was a part of that, and maybe we wheel Dark Ritual or Mind's Desire. Time Walk. What? A third pick Time Walk in the first pack? That pack must have been busted. Well, I will take it. It is a gift, and we will take it. And then what is there in this pack? There's Teferi, which is a card I like. There's Night's Whisper, which is good. Young Pyromancer, which is good with Time Walk. There's Exhume, which could lead me to Black Reanimator again. But I would still want to play Time Walk, and then I need to splash. And then I've been impressed mostly with Mono Black Reanimator. Teferi is also nice. No artifacts, notably, so this Workshop looks like it's a wasted pick. Honestly, I think it's between Exhume and Teferi. And I think I'll take the Teferi. Exhume sometimes wheels, and then it's clear that no one wants a Reanimator. Yeah. Ooh, there's Omnath, and there's a Fetch, and there's Natural Order. I kind of want to take the Fetch, maybe wheel the Omnath, and then move into Niv. Time Walk Teferi fits that. Cabal Ritual, Mishra's Workshop doesn't. Yeah, take the Fetch and try and wheel Omnath. Well, we'll take the Breeding Pool. I think I'm just going Niv Mizzet then. Gruul Signet or Rakdos Signet. Let's take the Gruul Signet and then maybe wheel Assassin's Trophy or Creeping Tar Pit. Probably won't wheel anything and we'll get this Eidolon. Not sure why this is in the cube. Rakdos' Return, Maelstrom Pulse. I like Maelstrom Pulse. Let's take that. Yes, I'm now all in on the Omnath plan. Well, we did wheel Dark Ritual, but the Storm card is gone. Can take Razorfish Thicket or Casualties or Hex Drinker, and I will take the Hex Drinker. Hex Drinker is actually really good. I've been very impressed with that card. Let's take Spire Bluff, and now I'm not sure what the Omnath pack was, but we'll see if it's still there. Hopefully it is. Vindicate Geist. I'll take Vindicate. Was this the Omnath pack? No, I think it's the one after this. I'll take Awake. Probably not play it, but who knows. Come on, Omnath. Yes, the Omnath is still there. There's also the Mirari Conjecture, though. Could go deep on the Conjecture and Time Walk, but I think I just want to take Omnath. Then Kitchen Finks or Concealed Courtyard. Let's take the land. Finks is replaceable. Lodestone Golem. Yeah, people might call me a fool for not taking Conjecture with Time Walk, but Time Walk is already good enough. I don't need to make it better, and I'm not sure if blue's really open, so just taking Omnath and going down to the Niv Mizzet 5 color out seems better. And then we have this back. Ooh, Golos and the Dryad. I like the Dryad, but I also really like Golos. I think I'll take the Golos though, just to be sure. I want this card in my deck. And there were plenty of things that we could wheel, but Golos is just so nice. Now, this pack, there's Steam Vents, which I think is the pick. It's just a good duel. There's Force of Will, which I also quite like in this type of deck. You have plenty of card advantage, but interaction is sometimes a little bit slow, and Force helps with that. But taking a premium shock duel is what I want to do here. This pack, we can take Solemn for some more fixing. I think we will. And then maybe wheel Copperline. I'd also be happy with Pyroclasm or, yeah, we'll see. Take Solemn. This pack, Avacyn's Pilgrim, but no thank you. I think it's Vraska. Do need to fix our mana a little bit better, but we'll get there. Lava Claw Reachers or Wandering Fumarole. Just take a Fail Push. I think we take the Reaches. We need some black fixing. I'm not sure if I'll play this Wake, but Time Walk Wake makes me more likely to do so. In this pack, I do want the Deed, but I can't pass up on a signet. We do need signets to ramp, and signets also help fix. Temple Garden, Cultivate to ramp, or Fire Ice. I do like Cultivate as ramp, but Temple Garden is another one of those good duels. It makes Wooded Foothills into a 4-color land, and if we take Godless Shrine, or well, it doesn't help with Wooded Foothills, but it does help with future fetches. So as much as I like Knight, I think it's the Godless Shrine. Ooh, the Dryad even came back? Yeah, I'm down for that. Fixes all of our mana. Huntmaster is also nice. We haven't seen Niv though, so maybe having color pair cards is not as important. Ooh, Force of Will, Celestial Colonnade. I do like Celestial Colonnade, but Force of Will is quite nice. We don't have a ton of blue cards, but we might pick up more, and just having free interaction is quite valuable. I like Pyroclasm, but I will take Nahiri. I like Nahiri in this type of deck also. Wall of Blossoms is an early blocker, or just a Wormcoil Engine is a big giant creature that we can cast with whatever mana situation we have. So I think I take that. And then Makeshift Mannequin or Mindslaver. Mindslaver can be sweet. Anguish the Making or Wall of Omens. I'll take the Anguish the Making. Maybe we have enough of this effect already, but we'll see. So, quite the pile. Sakura Tribuilder, a Signet, but also there's a fetch. And this fetch can fetch us what? It's actually not that impressive. It cannot fetch as green, but maybe the Stomping Ground Wheels, and then it can. Well, actually, this can fetch us everything but green, so that is quite impressive and good enough. What do we want here? Kiki-Jiki, love me Kiki-Jiki, not in this deck. I think we take Prismatic Vista. We will need to run some basics, but we'll need to run some basics anyway. And then Vista is flexible. Felidar Retreat, I like that card in a deck like this, but there's a Verdant and we need better fixing, and Verdant provides. Hallowed Fountain, more good fixing. Otherwise, there's Orzhov Signet, which I like. There's Knight and Lightning Helix, which we maybe could wheel. Finale is not bad either, but let's take the Fountain. Now let's look at our mana situation really quickly. Breeding Pool, Godless Shrine, Steam Vents, Temple Garden, Hallowed Fountain, and we have 3 fetches. So Wooded gets us everything but black. Bloodstained Mire gets us everything but green. Verdant gets us everything. There's Bayou, another good duel. Otherwise there's Wear Tear, maybe we wheel that one. And this makes Wooded Foothills able to fetch black as well. Yep, seems good. Kaya, Greensun Zenith, Stonecoil Serpent. How many green creatures do we have? We have Hex Drinker, Dryad, Omnath, and that's about it. Still have a look at Niv. Otherwise, I take the Stonecoil Serpent as a big creature that we can always cast. Or we take Mizzium Mortars. No, I think it's between Greensun Zenith and Stonecoil Serpent. And I think it's Zenith. Yeah, there are some green creatures we could maybe wheel as well. So take the Zenith. Ramanap Excavator, Whisperwood Elemental, Vampiric Tutor, Wrath, Burst Lightning. I actually wouldn't mind a Wrath in this deck. Ramanap's also fine with the fetches, but I think I want a Wrath. Looks like we're not getting Niv then, right? I think that was the last fresh back. What? Oko is still in the pack. Wow. Oko is a busted card. There's also the Fairy, but Oko is cheaper and can just easily take over a game. Golgari Signet, also very nice. I'm sad that I think this was the last fresh back then, and I was mistaken. Sad to not get a Niv, but ecstatic to get an Oko. Yes, Stomping Ground wheeled as well. I will take it. And then none of these cards, maybe this Ooze could be fine. Felidar Retreat, I do like. Take Survival, but Felidar Retreat is nice. Night of Autumn, that's a green card to add to our Greensun Zenith toolbox, so I'll take that. Turn Timber Symbiosis is a land and a spell. I'll take it. Not playing any of these others. Kaya, I will play maybe. And Ramanap. I will definitely play a Ramanap. Ooh, man, we got some nice ones this last pack. Now to go and make some cuts. We do need to add some lands. We have this Prismatic Vista and this Solemn, which makes us want to have some basics. What do I want to cut here? Cards to cut. Mirari's Wake, but Mirari's Wake makes a lot of mana, but that's about it. Maybe we cut that. Then we don't have a lot of early plays. I would have loved to have gotten another Signet, or maybe like the Lightning Helix. What else? Maybe force. Force is not at its best. Can just add some lands. We do want some basics.
I think I'll actually just add these lands. I've added everything but a blue land. I'm not sure if that's correct, but I think we need blue the least. And then rather than playing some medium cards, I'm just going to play an extra land. I do want to make my land drops, and yeah, I think there's enough power in the deck to overcome maybe drawing a few more lands, but we'll see. Match 1. We have this hand. We are missing black, but we do have the fairy. We don't have many early plays in our deck, so I think we just have to be content with keeping 3-drop hands. We'll keep. We're on the draw though, that's not ideal. Let's just play this Steam Vent and then pass. Please don't play like a Rofellos. No, Devoted Druid. That's pretty good also. Play a 5-drop next turn. Oh, Bio. So we do have all colors of mana now. Let's play this land, and then next turn we can play a Bio and pulse something, or play Teferi and bounce something. Dimmer Signet. Sure. That's not that scary. They untap the Devoted Druid, and they have a 3-drop. Trigon Predator. And we draw Oko. I think, what do I do here? I can play Teferi, just bounce their Druid. They will kill Teferi with their Predator. Otherwise, I can just take care of this guy. Do I really care? I think I'm fine with my Teferi dying. Or I can just bounce the Predator, and yeah, but rebouncing the Predator is better. They do have 1 more mana next turn, but that's okay. We get to keep Teferi around and maybe do some things to protect it next turn. And found another land. Questing Beast. Questing Beast is annoying. It's gonna deal a bunch of damage and kill our Teferi. I guess we just pulse it. Time Walk. Well, I don't want to Time Walk just yet. I kind of want to do 2 things, so I'll play like an Oko and then Time Walk, and I can do that next turn. But I do need to get rid of this Questing Beast because that's just going to be too painful. So Beast down. What is next? Hopefully it's just a Predator. No, it looks to be something else. Oh, Plow Under? That is rough. Guess well, yeah, it's pretty bad, but I can just play this Steam Vents. Yeah, pay the 2 life and then play Oko, make a food, and then pass. They still have Trigon Predator in hand. And then maybe next turn I do just Time Walk. They play Trigon. Sure. They have a stop on my upkeep. Decide not to use it. So what do I want to do now? I think I just play the Stomping Ground and turn my food. Or I can exchange my food for their Predator. That actually seems like something I want to do. Then I think I might just Time Walk. Yeah, I kind of wanted to play Time Walk and a 3-drop in the same turn, but this lets me attack their mana. Oh, they have a counterspell for this. Remand, sure. Alright, we get to Time Walk next turn and maybe still have some other spells. What is this now? Turn Timber's Symbiosis. Hopefully it's not too scary. Consecrated Sphinx, well, we can actually kill that on our upkeep, so they don't get to draw extra cards. It is painful, but I think it's more painful if they get to draw a bunch of extra cards. So that's gone. We draw Solemn. Don't really want to shock again, so I'll just fetch. And what do I want to get? I guess a Swamp is fine. And then I will just Time Walk, then create a food, swing with the Predator, eat their Dimmer Signet. Yes. And then we take another turn. Draw Lava Claw Reaches. Not a perfect draw. Let's just go Solemn, get one of our basics. Yes. I think we get a Forest, and then Lava Claw. Then turn our food into an artifact, or turn our food into an elk. Attack. We get to kill their food even. Yes. And then it's their turn. Alright, doing pretty good. Yeah, they scoop it up. Oko's so busted. Time Walk's also pretty good also, but you know, happy with this. Anything I want to change? If I'd seen more green, or if I'd seen more like 1 mana dorks, I might have been incentivized to bring in Kaya, but for now I think I'll just run it back. I've been happy with this. This hand I think is pretty decent. It lets us play Oko, it lets us play Omnath. I mean, our deck is a little bit too slow, but I have to keep hands like this. Okay, no 1-drop, that's good. Felidar Retreat, that can be nice also. Let's play Steam Vents, and then I'll have to start playing these fast lands. Oh, I should have actually played Temple Garden, because now I can't play Oko on curve. I think I'll play the Concealed Courtyard, and then next turn I might have to play the Temple Garden untapped. That's pretty bad actually. Oh, they've suspended the Riftwing. Yeah, because that means I also don't get to play Omnath on curve. A Lotus Cobra. A land. Yep. What is next? Nothing. Force of Will. I think I'll just have to play this. It's a little bit unfortunate, but we do get the Oko now. Create a food and then pass. I do have a Force of Will available. If I force it, will cost me my Omnath, but if it's something super busted, then I might have to. If this is Plow Under, I also might have to. Acidic Slime. I think I also have to force this. I really don't want to, but I think I do. Omnath gone, so I guess it doesn't matter that we're not on curve anymore. Yep, they hit our Oko. Lava Claw reaches. I guess I might as well just play the reaches. Then do I want to pulse this Cobra? That I don't think I do. I will save that for something better. Just make this an elk so I can block. Or actually, they do have the Riftwing coming in also. Well, maybe I do just pulse this and that lets Oko stay a little bit more healthy. Maybe slows them down a little bit. Imagine they bounce our food or maybe bounce a land. No, the food is gone. And then they get to hit Oko for 2. And we can play Nahiri next turn or Felidar Retreat. Nahiri can take care of the Riftwing. Felidar Retreat can start pumping out creatures. I have another forest. I really hope they don't have Plow Under. Plow Under would be very rough. Ah, they do have Plow Under. Oh, man. Yep. Well, I guess I play Lava Claw. Make a food. They only have 2 cards left. Hopefully their last one isn't too good. Petty Theft, Bouncing Oko. And then the Riftwing comes in. I mean, Petty Theft bouncing Oko is annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Eternal Witness getting back Plow Under. That is kind of the end of the world, I have to say. Now, I have to play Oko, yes. Yeah, this is pretty brutal. If we can't get ahead of this, then let's make the food into an elk. But we're getting Plow Under again. Ugh. They really went deep on the LD. I mean, I respect that, but it is annoying. Yep. There go our lands again. Steam Vents, Lava Claw. I mean, they're not able to get rid of Oko. Yep, attack that. Then play Lava Claw and just make food. I'm not attacking. I want to block the Witness. Hopefully they don't Plow Under us again somehow. That would be very brutal. Okay, they attack that. And we just get, yeah, they don't play anything else. So I imagine they're planning on Brazen Borrowing us. What do I want to do? I can play Nahiri and exile the Riftwing, or I can play Nahiri and just plus. And they kind of have to pressure both my Planeswalkers, and they can't kill Nahiri in the air. I think plussing is probably better. Yes, I do want to discard something. I think this Spirebluff Canal, Prismatic Vista, that's kind of nice with the Felidar Retreat. What do I want to do? If I create a food, I can still kill Oko, so I might as well just make a 3/3. And now I will send 1. And they take it. They play Brazen Bar, so they can kill Oko now, but they do have to worry about Nahiri also. If they kill Oko, we can maybe exile the Brazen Bar with the Nahiri. Yeah, they decide to kill Oko. Makes sense. Yeah, we get to exile the Brazen Bar with the Nahiri, and then they cannot attack and kill it with the Riftwing as is. What is this? Finale of Devastation for a 3-drop. Curious what it is. Trigon Predator. Huh, Trigon is actually pretty good. No, these are not artifacts anymore, but they will be able to kill Nahiri. Let's just exile one of their flyers, their biggest one. Then I will play Felidar Retreat. They get to kill the Felidar Retreat, but then they have to attack me and not Nahiri, so they don't get to kill Nahiri that way. Let's make a cat, and let's fetch. What color do I still need? I need red or blue for 5 colors. I don't think it really matters all that much. I think I can't get blue. Is there any double cost in my deck? Doesn't look like there is. Maybe just get a forest then. And now I'll put a counter on each creature and give them vigilance. So we've gotten Plow Under twice this game, but here we are, attacking for 8. We're also down to 10, but we're racing our opponent pretty effectively. Questing Beast, sure. We can block the Questing Beast and kill it and trade. Questing Beast is coming at Nahiri. I'm not sure why, because if the Questing Beast hits the Nahiri, or hits us, then the Nahiri also dies. Trigon at us and Riftwing at us. Let's just block the Questing Beast then. Trigon is gonna kill our Felidar Retreat, but we still have an active Nahiri. So we can take out one of their creatures or we can loot something away. What do I want to do? I think I just want to loot this swamp away. Yes, swamp gone. Draw another land. Well, let's play Solemn. Yes, let's go get, I guess, a mountain. Play this and swing in for 7. They block. They still have 4 cards in hand now. Play another land. Let's see. Trigon at Nahiri, Riftwing at Nahiri. So Nahiri's going down. They don't have any blockers, and we also have this Lava Claw, Consecrated Sphinx. But I just can attack around that. They draw an extra card, sure. I can just play Teferi and bounce their guy. And they scoop. We've gotten Plow undered twice this game and still managed to win it. I think that was mostly the power of Oko, but Fellow Retreat also pretty good here. Let's go for the second match. This was pretty good. Round 2 with our 5-color deck with almost no 2-drops, so no early plays. We're running 18 lands, but we have only 1 land here, so let's mulligan. This I kind of like. Yeah, I'll keep this and put away this Force of Will. We're on the play. Let's start with the Spire Bluff. And we do have a Vindicate for one of their first plays. Island. Hallowed Fountain. Let's play that. And we have Solemn into Golos. A Forest and what? Oh, Suspend Riftwing Cloudscape. This again? Ooh, Teferi is a nice one. Yeah, I think we go for Teferi here. Verdant, fetching what? We can go get a Bayou. Bayou seems fine. Play the Teferi. If the Teferi is still on the board when the Riftwing comes out, then or tries to come out, then it doesn't come out. So we'll just plus for now and then pass. Forest and what? Do they have something? Wall of Blossoms. Yeah, I'm fine with Wall of Blossoms. That doesn't pressure our Planeswalker, so anything else. Elves of Deep Shadow. Riftwing is coming out next turn, so what I think I do is bounce the Elf, constrict their mana a little bit, play a Forest, play Solemn. And Solemn I think is going to get us a Plains, so we have double white in case we draw like a Wrath. And then they can go. They have 1 turn to get rid of the Teferi, or otherwise they lose their Riftwing. I would hate to see a Questing Beast here. Gaia's Cradle. Phantasmal Image, probably copying our Solemn. Yep. And get a second island. So again a blue-green deck. Elves of Deep Shadow, and now they have 3 mana with their Cradle. They don't use it. So the Riftwing is going to get lost, and then we'll plus Teferi. The thing is, do I want to Vindicate their Cradle to restrict their mana, or do I want to play Golos? And honestly, I think I just run out the Golos. We'll just Vindicate whatever big comes out. You know, famous last words, but let's get Lava Claw. I like having a man land and then just play a Steam Vents, and then we just pass. So our Teferi is still pretty well protected. Riftwing is not coming out because Teferi is a busted magic card. Plains. I think our last opponent was also splashing white for something. I'm not sure how we managed to... I was going to say, I'm not sure how we managed to match up against Bants 2 times in a row. They get to kill our Golos. That is unfortunate. And they make a lot of mana with the Cradle. Uro. Sure. Put in another Forest. So they have 2 cards in hand after this. They don't have enough to buy back Uro yet. Do they want to trade Solemns? They do not want to trade Solemns. What do we want to do? I can Vindicate something, but I might as well just plus Teferi and then I can Vindicate at instant speed. Could take out the Cradle, but they already have plenty of mana. Let's play Breeding Pool and then just pass. Sad to lose Golos without getting to activate it. And they have more lands. Opposition. Well, we'll get to Vindicate that one. They tap our Solemn. They're going after Teferi, I imagine. And they tap our Lava Claw. So we won't be able to protect Teferi, but we will be blowing up this opposition. Could also blow up one of their creatures, but we need to get rid of this opposition, or we'll easily lose this game. Yeah, so Teferi is going down, and then we don't have a lot of leftovers, so hopefully we draw something good. Ramanap Excavator. Well, I will play that. Play the Verdant, see how many more fetchables we actually have. Well, we have plenty. Go get, what, Temple Garden. Let's fire up this guy and just get in for 3. Or do we... Yeah, I think I keep back the Solemn. Yeah, pump it once. And they take 3. So they're down to 20 again. They have 1 card, we have 2, but they're both lands. I mean, we have plenty of Boom Booms in our deck. And they attack with Solemn. I think I do just trade here. I could have also just eaten the Solemn, but I actually want to draw a card myself also. Knight of Autumn. Maybe. Yeah, then I think about it, maybe I should have just eaten Solemn. I have Fast Bond. And we draw another land. I think, do I care about this Fast Bond? I don't think I do. I have all the mana in the world already. Let's just play a Knight as a big creature. And then let's fire up this guy. Let's attack with it. I am a little bit worried about Uro at some point. Maybe they should just throw a bunch of creatures under the bus, just so they can rebuy Uro. And they decide to trade, fine. And then play the Lava Claw again. You can grind them out that way, but it's a hard way to do it. And I guess this can also get in front of Uro, but as soon as they escape it, Tireless Tracker. Don't like that. That's a good card, especially in a spot like this. Come on, give me something good. Greenson Zenith. What can Greenson Zenith get us? So I can Greenson Zenith for Omnath, or I can Greenson Zenith for Hex Drinker. And honestly, I think it's going to be Hex Drinker. I mean, Omnath is good. It's going to get us a card, mostly. But other than that, I don't need more mana, and Hex Drinker is just going to kill them pretty quickly here. Let's go and fetch with the Verdant, get a Swamp, and then I'll just Zenith for 1, get Hex Drinker. I think you're going to see the power of this card now. So now we have a 6/6 mini Progenitus, and they're going to have a tough time dealing with this. Don't want to attack, I don't think, just because I don't want them to get back Earl. I just want to kill them with this Hex Drinker now. Harmonize, ooh, that is a good draw for them. Draw 3, gas back up. Oracle, play more lands, get clues. Ooh, only get to crack a clue, look for another land on top, and playing that with the Tireless Tracker. Yeah, this Hex Drinker needs to race. Carnage Tyrant. You cannot get back Ur this turn, so that's good. Force of Will. Can't counter the Carnage Tyrant, but we can counter some other stuff. Let's just play our Verdant, and then attack with the Hex Drinker. I mean, this is going to kill them. We just need them to lose 1 life, really, and then this is a 2-turn clock. Tropical Island, Hydroid Crisis. Ah, man, that is a good one also. I was feeling good about this Hex Drinker, but our opponent's draw of Harmonize into Hydroid Crisis with the Tireless Tracker on board is going to be pretty good. And Force of Will doesn't do anything against the life gain from the Crisis. Knight of the Reliquary. Yeah, that happens. Carnage Tyrant, cannot counter that. Now what? Trigon Predator. Yeah, they also just have a ton of damage on the board. What happens if I draw Wrath? I think I have to cast it now. They send with the Tireless Tracker. Well, they're obviously thinking of sending or not. If they do attack, I'm going to fire up this Lava Claw and trade with it. Ultimately, they decide not to. Let's go fetch. Get our last land for the Verdant. No, don't want to pay life. And what do we draw? Gruul Signet. Yikes. What happens if we just go attack? They're down to 7. Yeah, I think what I do here is... I'm thinking, how can I win this game? I mean, they're going to attack for a bunch next turn. And I guess Time Walk is the best way to win this game, but they're also getting a bunch of life with Hydroid Crisis. Let's play this land, play Gruul Signet, and then do I send with the Hex Drinker, or do I just keep it back to block? How am I winning this game if I keep it back to block? But how am I winning the game if I don't have that extra blocker? No, I guess I do attack, and then maybe if I draw Time Walk after surviving this next turn, I can win. Yeah, they get to play more lands, draw more cards. Yeah, everything went downhill fast after that Tireless Tracker. Ooh, so they took 1 damage. Yeah, I guess they're gaining a bunch of life back, but they also can't play it for too much, because then they deck. They keep just playing lands. What's the plan? Oh, there's Courser. I'm glad with the decision of attacking. What is this? Oh, did they draw Finale or something? Are they playing a big Crisis? Can't be too big. What is this? Hydroid Crisis. X is 14. So they're gonna gain 7 up to 11. And they draw all but 1 card in their deck. I think I just have to let this happen. Or do I counter this? If I counter this, then maybe I can put up enough blockers next turn to win. Yeah, let's just counter it then. I thought I wouldn't, but maybe I should. Because we can stop their ground forces. Oh, they have a counterspell of their own. Mana Drain. Yikes. Okay. So now we are on the draw, time walk, or bust plan. Their last card is a bird. We saw Thalia, Nissa, Factor Fiction, Golos as well. So I guess we also saw Mana Drain then? Not sure. I mean, if we draw a Raft, that's probably also good. We can still block with the Lava Claw. I don't think we die this turn. And play another land that deals them a damage. You play Thalia, sure. I think, yeah, all of the cards that they have over there that they revealed don't kill us. So we have some outs that we can draw. They attack with all of those dudes. So we just make blocks to save us as much life. I mean, next turn we're dead to the Crisis attacking, so it has to be... Oh, they're not attacking with the Elf. Why not? Why just not attack with everything? Deal me as much damage as you can, and that's it. They're also not attacking with their Oracle. Why not? Are you afraid of the swing back? Okay, they're attacking with these. So they're attacking with this. We animate our reaches. Now let's go to blocks. And what do I want to block? I'll block the Oracle. I'll block what? the knight, and then just the lava claw on the tracker, and then pump the lava claw. I think these should be my blocks. Then let's pump the lava claw, and their tracker dies, and they get to kill our Gruul Signet, so nothing really gained by playing that. We're down to 7, so I mean we're not surviving this next turn. So we need Time Walk or the Wrath. And we could play Golos also. Yeah, sure. Come on. No, Wooded Foothills? Yeah, I think we just died to the Crisis then. I mean, our draws were pretty poor. We only drew a couple business spells. I know we're playing 18 lands and some other mana sources, but with this Ramanap just fetching us all of these lands, I really was hoping to draw something other than land. Guess we concede then. The Wrath was the next card. Well, never look. Anything I want to change? Maybe just have this Ooze in as an extra creature to use all of our mana on. And then maybe I do want to cut a land. Cut this mountain, perhaps. Yeah, I'll try this. I think I need some more gas. Would you like to play first? Yes. Would you like to keep this hand? Kind of, but I mean, this could go wrong. Let's keep it. Yeah, last game we drew mostly lands. This game, I'm preparing mentally to just draw mostly non-lands and get stuck that way, but we'll see. Would love to see a Ramanap. That would make this hand pretty good. I also have Force of Will. Don't really want to pitch Oko, but I will if I have to. Let's just start with the Stomping Ground and then pass Forest. Fast Bond. I'm just going to let this resolve. Fast Bond is a good card, but I need something to go with it. Elves of Deep Shadow, sure. Guy's Cradle, yep. They have a lot of mana, but do they also have something to do with it? Teferi. Let's play a Verdant, and now we do need to draw a land next turn. I'll probably force pitching Teferi if I need to. Fact or Fiction, that is getting forced. Now their hand is not great. Let's go fetch and get a Breeding Pool. Untap, and then give me a land, please. Elves attack. Oh, yes, we do draw the land. Nice. Let's go Oko and make food. Sweet. Pass. Hopefully they don't have another card advantage spell. Tireless Tracker. Hopefully no land then. No land. That is good. They attack. I was going to say they attack Oko. Nahiri. I could exchange my food for their Tireless Tracker, but I lose the Oko, so I think I'm just going to elk their Tireless Tracker and then play a Dryad to block Golos. I mean, I'm just going to elk that too. Maybe not. They don't have the mana to activate it during Wildwood, so if they find a red source, they do have mana to activate it. I guess that's becoming an elk too then. And this Dryad is conveniently a 2/4, so I can keep all of those at bay. They're attacking Oko. I'm just going to eat this elf. Oko takes a hit, but that's fine. We get to play... I can elk this, but now they don't have double mana anyway, so I think I'll just make this food into an elk. Play Godless Shrine. Would you like to pay 2 life? Yes. And then play Nahiri. Then I think I just exile their Tireless Tracker. I don't really want to discard either of these, and then we just pass. Next turn we can elk the Golos. Oracle of Muldaya. Oracle is pretty good, so I guess we're elking their Oracle then. Steam Vents. I think we just go play Felidar Retreat. Play a land. Would you like to pay 2 life? No. Would you want to make a cat? Yes. Oh, actually, I think we need to elk the Oko or the Golos, because otherwise they can copy our Dryad and activate Golos. So elk that. They do get a turn with Oracle Fast Bond, but they need to be pretty lucky to hit like a big string of lands. Let's plus no, and then say go. Trigon Predator. I mean, Oko is just turning every creature they play into a useless 3/3. And we have 3/3s pretty well covered with Golos, so yeah, this card is so messed up. It's just a dumb card. Creatures and artifacts should have text boxes, and Oko makes it so none of them do. Yeah, they play Image, see what they copy. And copy Golos. They keep this one. I mean, are they going to be able to activate it this turn, or are they just looking for a shuffle, maybe? Hydroid Crisis is on top. That is a good one. Froska. Well, Froska is a good answer to Hydroid Crisis. Let's just elk their Golos. It's going to die. And then let's play our own Golos. Yep. What do I want to get? I guess just getting our manland is fine. We have all colors of mana. Let's put a counter on each creature. Start beating them down. Then I actually will exile this Fast Bond, just because I don't want them to use the Crisis mana, the cards they draw with Crisis, and play them right away. I guess maybe it didn't really matter, but whatever. Let's attack with these. We're also just attacking them for a bunch, so there's that. They're down to 8, and then they play a big crisis. We're feeling what? Sword of Body Mind. Ooh, Sword of Body Mind is a scary one. Well, let's just go play Vraska. Use the Vraska to kill the crisis. And then I guess what do we do? Plus the Nahiri. No, we can... what? Now we can't give them something that we don't need. So let's just get in with everything. I need to block. And they decide to just take it and let that be the end of the game. Makes sense. Alright, that went well. Now we're under draw again. Yeah, I mean, no changes. We don't have any changes. This hand, we have the Hex Drinker as an early play. Then if all else fails, we can just Wrath. We have a Maelstrom Pulse. Oh, I will keep this. This seems decent. I might just not play the Hex Drinker, honestly, and just keep it in my hand for when it's actually good. Just Wrath our board away, hopefully, and then Hex Drinker and take over the game. We haven't shown them our Wrath yet. Yeah, I think I want to set up a Wrath this game. I play a Trop and nothing else. Let's play Breeding Pool. Do I run out to Hex Drinker? I don't think I do. You can Pulse their first play and then Wrath them later. 3 mana. What is this? Uro. Sure. Put in a Forest and then nothing. Maybe I do just play the Hex Drinker. No, I still think I want to try and wipe their board. They only have 4 cards. Yeah, I was going to say, is this a Nissa? Nissa's good, but we do have the Pulse to kill that. And then that guy's coming in. It's going to deal us a little bit of damage, but it's still okay. Let's go fetch. Let's go get, I think, a Godless Shrine. Yeah. Take our 3. We can Vindicate or we can Pulse. I mean, it's kind of the same, right? I need to play our Bayou. And then we Vindicate the Nissa. And I still don't really want to play the Hex Drinker. I might next turn Zenith for Omnath. Let's see, what do they have? Harmonize. Yeah, this game hasn't really developed to be a good game for us to Wrath them. Attack with the Forest. They didn't play a land, or do they still have one? Yeah, Stirring Wildwood. Fast Bond. Let's play a Forest and then just Zenith for Omnath. Omnath can give us a bit of life. Go get Omnath. Draw a card. Another land. Omnath will stabilize this board. Maybe we'll see some more out of them and then we can Wrath them. We will also get a bunch of mana next turn with this fetch if Omnath is still on the board. What is this? Carnage Tyrant. Well, I will be Wrathing this board away. Carnage Tyrant is a hard card to deal with and unfortunate to lose our Omnath, but that's just what it is. Let's go Prismatic Vista, gain life, and then let's fetch. What do we need? Well, I guess between these two, I'll just take a Plains. We have a bunch of mana. I can just play a Wrath and then play and level up a Hex Drinker. So that guy's gone. Play Hex Drinker. Level it up. So next turn, this will be a 6/6 mini Progenitus. Golos. Well, I can kill that too. And they get what? Cradle? Yeah. Alright. Ooh, Wormcoil Engine. Not a bad one either. Let's start by just pulsing this guy. Playing a land. No. And then leveling up this. And then next turn, we get to play Wormcoil. The only card I kind of want to dodge is a Crisis. Well, like I said, the card I kind of want to dodge is a Crisis, and they have just that. I mean, Wormcoil should help us raise that, and I haven't seen a very efficient answer to a card like Wormcoil from them. Ooh, Time Walk, so we get to kind of do everything then. Yeah, let's Time Walk first, shock this in, and play a Wormcoil. That resolves, attack with the Hex Drinker. You get another turn to attack with everything again. We're gaining a bunch of life. Yep, we got up to 20. Let's play Solemn as well. Yeah, and they scoop. Haha, nice. I mean, Hex Drinker really did its work there, and I'm glad we didn't play it before the Wrath, because we ultimately probably would have wanted to. And yeah, on to the finals with this one. Sweet. Into the finals with our 5-color pal. We have this hand, which is pretty good. We have a 3-drop that can accelerate us. We have Omnath to kind of stabilize and catch back up. And we have Force of Will for if things really go poorly. We are in the draw, which is a little bit scary with our deck, but we'll see. Polluted Delta. Fetching. Island. Let's play a Temple Garden and pass. Mountain. Nothing. Okay. Play Concealed Courtyard. Nothing. Island and nothing. Let's go play a Swamp and then see if this Dryad resolves. If it doesn't, that's fine too. Kind of whatever. It does. Let's play a Plains then. And to go. Opponent hasn't done anything. Mountain. Nothing. Interesting. Do I just run out this Omnath into maybe an obvious counterspell? I don't really want to. Let's just play Solemn. See what happens with that. I mean, I imagine this also resolves, but who knows? Okay, they decide to not let Solemn resolve. Play Steam Vents then. play a Wooded Foothills, and attack them for 2. I mean, I'm fine kind of sitting here. Next turn I probably will just run out the Omnath, and then we can fetch the Solemn away, because I don't think we really want to draw that. Play another island and just pass. So, ooh, Hexdrinker. Hexdrinker is also a nice one. I can play Omnath or I can play Hexdrinker. I can also do both, but I guess the biggest upside is playing Omnath and then maybe resolving the Hexdrinker after. You can still make a lot of mana, so Omnath. Yeah, Omnath is getting countered. Fencer. They're just bouncing our Omnath. I'm okay with this. Yep, then let's go play Verdant, play Hexdrinker, but we can't level it up to protect it from an instant. So maybe I don't actually, I just attack with the Dryad. I don't want my Hexdrinker to get bolted. For blue-red, Hexdrinker is a nightmare to deal with. You have 6 mana and do not do anything. Yeah, they attack with the Venser, sure. Still nothing. Well, end step, I will fetch. Get rid of that Solemn. What do I want to draw? Or what color do I need? I think a Breeding Pool's fine here. And untap Maelstrom Pulse. Maelstrom Pulse is fine, but not great. I want threats more than I want answers. Omnath. Omnath just resolves. Sweet. Vraska. Go fetch with this. I guess this is not actually giving us mana, because we haven't played another land this turn. Let's go get, what, Stomping Ground? Sure. We'll gain some life, and then just attack. Now I don't have Force Up, which does make me a little bit anxious. Ancient Tomb. I could just commit to memory here. Ugin. Okay. So they -4, get rid of everything, and then we pulse it. I have to say, not expecting an Ugin, but this is also fine. Let's go pulse this, play a land. I think I just play Vraska, and you may sacrifice a permanent. We'll sacrifice this Plains, draw another land. They have 2 cards left. They can still use this commit to memory. Then we get the fresh 7 first. Inferno Titan. Inferno Titan is a little scary. 3 damage to Vraska. Yep. And we draw a land. That's not good. Let's make a black. Use this to sacrifice our swamp and draw a card. Boros Signet. Well, let's go Hexdrinker then. We're just going to go on the Hexdrinker plan. Go fetch a basic. Level this up. It's unfortunate that we can't level it up and keep Force of Will up. And we're 1 mana short of fully leveling it. Hopefully nothing bad happens to this Hexdrinker. I kind of hope that they feel forced to commit to memory. Use the memory part. Yeah, they kill Vraska. That I'm fine with also. I mean, Vraska is good and all, but at least we're not taking 6 to the face. Yeah, I'm not blocking. Now, can they deal with this Hexdrinker? Manamorphose, so they are digging. I mean, next turn we have an active or a level up Hexdrinker and maybe a Force. Okay, they, I think, are gonna use the memory part. It would make the most sense at least. They bolt us and then they memory. I mean, we get to use our fresh 7 first. We also just have, I think we also just have them dead with this Lava Claw. They do have 3 mana still. And our draw, not great. I mean, we have an answer to their Titan at least. And we have some other stuff. Not sure if I just want to go for the Lava Claw. Well, let's start by leveling up the Hexdrinker. Now, if we go for the Lava Claw and they have a Lightning Bolt, that's kind of a disaster. So I don't think I want to do that. Well, anguished on making this. Oh, they use a Force. I see. Pitching Urza. So what I can do, you know what? I think I'm just going to go for it. You need to have some sort of bolts or something. The Titan can get us for a bunch next turn, but if they have a bolt, then we're also dead to Titan and pumping. So let's just get in. Now they do have the bolt. Yeah, we would have died to bolt and the Titan pump. So they're at Mesa, fetching that 1. They can pump their Titan for 5, so it's 11, so they're 1 short. If they have another burn spell, perhaps. Manamorphose. Oh no, this is enough, right? Oh no, really? No, they're casting something. I think if they just use the red mana to pump the Titan, that's 8 plus another 4, that's 12. And they bounce their Mox to draw a card. Yeah, if they just pump their Titan, we are dead. I hope they don't see it. They didn't immediately go for it. Yeah, they're pumping the Titan, so I guess they found out. I mean, we're never beating Force of Will, blue card, and a Lightning Bolt. Yeah, this is just enough. Man, that's unfortunate. Ugh, I'm really bummed about that one. Let's cut another land and go for the Ooze. The Ooze seems like it could be good against them, but that was super rough. Even had Manamorphose to get the extra red mana. That's just insane. Yes, would like to play first. Can't keep this hand, unfortunately. I will keep this one. What do I put back? I think I just put back Force of Will. Yeah, play Hallowed Fountain, not pay 2 life. I mean, Force is good, but we don't really need it. Mountain, Vindicate. Let's play the Plains and a Boros Signet, and then just pass. Next turn we get to run out Oko. Island, nothing. Let's play the Bloodstained Mire and get a Bayou. Then I do want to use the Signet just in case they have days. We can pay for it. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to. Oko just resolves. Let's create a food and then just pass. Island, nothing. We draw Force of Will. We don't have the blue mana to do much with it. Let's just make our food into an elk and then attack with the food. Now let's, I think I just want to play this tapped, and then I think I will Vindicate their island just because they're not doing anything. And this will keep them off of doing stuff for longer. I don't love this type of play, but I think it's correct here. Yeah, they're not doing anything. Now there's probably another turn of them not doing anything. Play Mountain. Now what? Metamorphose. And we're ahead, so we just want as many turns as we can get with this Oko. And I also want to take them off double blue. Seems like that worked. Frantic Search. They do have some sort of storm cards, but it doesn't look like they're a storm deck. Maybe they are just a failed storm deck, but they did make it to the finals. If we draw a land, we get to slam Wormcoil, and I will not play around any counters. Discarding Time Spiral, Lightning Bolt. Yeah, this feels very much like Storm. Interesting choice of discarding Lightning Bolt. Desperate Ritual. Well, Lion's Eye Diamonds. They are Storm. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Was not expecting this. They didn't crack their Lion's Eye Diamond in response in a scoop. I see. So we are up against Storm. Well, good to know. This Lodestone Golem is definitely coming in then. What else? Is there anything I want to change? Wrath still seems decent because they have those random creatures. Maybe just take out the Zeus then. I kind of want to Mindslaver them, but that might be a little bit too much. Is there anything else? We could take Kaya. It's not terrible, but I think I just run it like this. Lodestone should be good. I'm still a little bit tilted from that Metamorphose into lethal. I've changed my mind and I'm putting in Mindslaver over Wormcoil. Not sure if that's correct, but I think Mindslavering our Storm opponent could lead to a very sweet win. We have this hand, which has a turn 4 Lodestone, but that might be too slow. I think I will keep it though. Our deck is not very fast in general. They start on Mountain and nothing. Ramanap, play Stomping Ground. Another Mountain, nothing. Teferi, play Wooded. Can go get our blue mana with that. And next turn we can play Teferi. Get Steam Vents, no. Untap, go fetch with Prismatic Vista. Get our Plains. That's our last basic actually. Teferi resolves, let plus it. And then next turn we get to safely resolve a Lodestone Golem. Hopefully that's good. Island, please don't go for it yet. Urza, well, we can kill the Urza with the Maelstrom Pulse, or we can just slam this Lodestone and maybe bounce their construct. I like bouncing their construct to start. Nahiri, let's play a Swamp. Let's just play Lodestone then and pass. Maybe they have the bolt for this, maybe they don't. They do. That's sad, but alright. They get to hit Teferi with the Urza. They char our Teferi. Sure, Teferi down. And they get to hit us with Urza. And then I just play Nahiri and minus it on the Urza. Yep. Then I get to play Lava Claw and say go. I'm a little bit worried about their Storm draw, but at the same time, the thing they were doing with Storm in the second game didn't look that broken. But we'll see. Mox Pearl, Frantic Search. So they're going for something. Discarding 2 islands. And they have 2 cards left. Hopefully one is not Wheel of Fortune. Time Spiral. Well, that's equally bad. We do have a Force now. We found our Mindslaver. But the rest of our hand's kinda garbage. Don't really want to force pitching Time Walk, but if I must, I will. If this is like an Inferno Titan now, I will have to. This is nothing. Well, let's go try and fix our hand with Nahiri. Yes, discard this Prismatic Vista. Can't get anything anymore. Then let's play Boros Signet. Let's play Wooded Foothills. I think I will actually just Time Walk here. And they counter the Time Walk. They commit the Time Walk. Sure. Well, I guess we play Gruul Signet and then do nothing. Don't really want to fetch now because we have our Time Walk and we can get it with Nahiri next turn. We do have the shields down because we played the Time Walk. Polluted Delta. They can always decide they want a fresh 7. I'm kind of fine either way. They bolt our Nahiri. Now what? Do they have Inferno Titan? No, they decide to go for a fresh 7. Our fresh 7 is a lot better than our previous one. Let's go fetch, get a breeding pool to have double blue. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need one more mana to be able to, Mindslaver them. So let's start by plussing the Hiri. I think I discard this Dryad. We draw Felidar Retreat. Well, let's start by Time Walking. That works. Then I can actually just Mindslaver, right? Yeah, Mindslaver. I will force to protect this. Yeah, they have a force, and we're going to force back. Sweet. So we get to Mindslaver them next turn. Play this land, and then we'll get to see how much damage we get to do. I think I plus discarding Night of Autumn. Don't really need that. Yes. Anguished Unmaking. Now what? We do need to do this, so I might as well. Then we can also Zenith for a green creature. What do we want? We can get Omnath or Hexdrinker. Hexdrinker is a decent clock. I think I'll take the Omnath here. Could also have gotten the Ramnap Excavator. And we'll hold this fetch to go with the Felidar Retreat next turn. And now we get to see how much damage we can do. Well, not much really. I guess we can Ugin and deal 3 damage to itself. Yeah, what else? We can crack the Polluted Delta, Fail to Find. Yeah, they have enough mana for Ugin, so I guess we're casting Ugin nevertheless. Okay, Ugin resolves. You can -7 Ugin and get rid of it that way, but I think I'll just plus Ugin, damage itself, so it's a little lower, then play Polluted Delta. We'll fetch, and what do they have? Baral, Inferno Titan, Mind's Desire, Time Warp. So a bunch of stuff, really. No, don't find anything. They have Empty and Past in Flames, so their hand is kind of garbage. And then we just untap. Let's just plus discard what? Bayou or Bloodstained Mire? Let's first check and see if we still have a fetchable. Yeah, I don't think we have a fetchable for this Bloodstained Mire, so let's get rid of that. We draw a Vindicate, so we can also just Vindicate their Ugin. Let's go play Felidar Retreat, then play a land, gain some life, we make a beast. Now, we can use the Lava Claw to kill the Ugin, but that does mean that we're a little bit slower. In the end, probably just safer to have Lightning Bolted them with their own Ugin. Would have made our clock faster, but I think we can probably kill them next turn. And they have a bunch of crap in hand. Sweet! We got there! Trophy with this pile. Looks like you don't actually need early plays. You just need a bunch of value plays that overpower your opponent. Alright, nice one. We didn't even see Niv, but Omnath and Hexdrinker and sort of Golos, even though we never got to activate it, got there. So I'll see you for the next one.